All right, buddy, it's Kermit the Gaming Hermit. Welcome back for part 2 of the November Retro Games Pickup. So in the first video, if you didn't see it, check out the link below. But we took a look at picking up retro games at a video game store, not GameStop, and picking up some retro grab bags. So they were blind bags, had no idea as far as what were inside the games, and I think I came out pretty good. So this time, I was looking for retro games out at pawn shops as well as on OfferUp. So let's go take a look and see what kind of goodies are still out there. So do I guarantee that you're going to find necessarily the same thing? Not necessarily. Really, I've been to pawn shops where the prices are way overpriced, others where it's absolute gold and you just keep going back and mining that gold. So definitely, if you've not done so, I definitely recommend check out things like Facebook Marketplace. You can check out garage sales, flea markets, swap meets. Just simply, there's Facebook groups as well. Whatever works out for you. For me personally, I've had really good luck with going to pawn shops. Back where I was stationed in Illinois, I used to go to thrift shops a lot more often to look for games and did pretty well there. But here where I live, the thrift shops tend to sell games for a lot more, even when they're not really worth that much. So definitely, as far as let's go take a look and see what there was for picking up. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised as far as the deals I was able to score. Let's go check it out. All right, just to start off the bat, we've got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, great game. Certainly, as far as Black Friday prices, you're looking at $40 to $45, for a new copy. $19 is a price completely beating what you find on eBay, on Amazon, or even just simply looking at like places like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. So I think this was a great score. Cartridge. Now, unfortunately, the case is kind of broken, but I've got spare cases. That's all good. The cover art looks like it's in good shape. So I think this was a great deal. So definitely, even though I already have the game, it's one to where there's other people always looking to try to trade games. So this will help me get another game in my collection at a great deal. Next one is Digimon Survive. I'm sorry, Digimon World Next Order for the PS4. For $5, it's a pretty good game. I mean, usually it's a Bandai Namco RPG. I like to play RPGs. I've never played a Digimon game. Actually, I think one of the ones for the PS4 that originally came out, I played for a few hours. I thought it was enjoyable. So for $5, I mean, this is a lot better than any kind of bargain basement game you find over at GameStop. So I think this is a really good pickup. Next is for $5 from the same pawn shop, Lego City Undercover, The Chase Begins. So I know the Lego City Undercover came out on the Wii U, and I'm sure some other systems, but I think this one's actually exclusive to the 3DS. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a side story, a prequel, or just simply perhaps a 3DS port per se. If you know what it is exactly, go and add it, comment. I'd love to know what it's about. Definitely, I know my kids, they love playing their 3DSs and stuff, so I'm hoping they really enjoy this. Next up, can you believe it? A GameCube game, Tony Hawk's Underground for $1. So at this store, anything that's older than current, well, I won't say current gen, PS4 or Xbox One, they sold for $1 for the most part, unless it's like Grand Theft Auto that they really know about. But yeah, this looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any scratches, so even though it's disc only, for $1, I think that's a great deal for a GameCube game. Next up is NHL 07 for $1. Now, some of you might be thinking, Kermit, why would you want to pick up a sports PSP game? Well, I really don't care about hockey, but the reality of it is that I'm sure there's other people who would like it, and the cases. I've got spare PSP cartridges that I don't have a case for it. So if I could just use this, get rid of the game itself, I'll take it just for the case. So $1 all day long. Silent Hill. Can you believe this? The Silent Hill HD collection for $1. Like I said, this is an older game. It's $1, and I will happily add it to my collection. So disc is in pristine condition. So this is a great score for $1. Sonic the Hedgehog. I know oftentimes people have complained about this game. This is actually one of the Sonic the Hedgehog games from recent generations I don't own. For $1, I'm totally happy to be able to pick it up. Look, it has a nice manual in it. Disc is in great shape. So for $1, this is a great pickup to add to the collection. Next up, Ferrari Challenge for the PS2 for $1. It's complete. I've never played this game before, but I figured a PS2 racer for $1, I'd give it a try. Next up is Rock Band Track Pack Volume 1. So actually, I didn't really know Rock Band had come on the PS2. I remember Rock Band on the 360. I actually picked it up there. But I know that there's people who look for these types of add-on discs for their game. There's a lot of songs I remember from back in the days. So it's probably one I'll probably just sell on eBay. So, but for $1, I think that's a great pickup. Next up is MotorStorm Arctic Edge. So for $1, nice and complete disc, great shape. So this is one I don't believe I have, and I remember the MotorStorm series being on the PS3. I didn't really know it was on the PS2, but I thought for $1, I'll definitely pick this up. Last but not least, N64 games. Now, these do not fall under the $2 rule, but I'm okay with that because actually they charged $2 a pop. So Paper Mario, I know, Paper Mario, can you believe that? Cruis'n World, GoldenEye, and Mario Kart 64. Now, looking inside the cartridges in the backs, I know they look pretty gross, but to be honest with you, they looked so much more disgusting than what you're seeing now. I actually cleaned these up and tested them. And fortunately, 3 of the 4 came out working, 1 did not. And the one that did not work, sadly, was Paper Mario. So I'm going to try to see if I can repair this cartridge. My skills are not up to snuff to where you want to watch me work my way through this. It'd probably be an exercise in frustration watching it. But I think if I get my skills up, then perhaps I'll do something like this, a repair cartridge type video. But my hope is try to get this one working and then definitely show it in action. But yeah, I think as far as these were all from the same pawn shop, I think just fantastic deals. I mean, can you believe it? You know, GoldenEye, it's like a $25, $30 game. I mean, I probably spent that much in maybe just the first 2 games, you know, but that's a great pickup. Now the next batch are actually items I found on OfferUp. So one of the tricks I learned watching Chase for the Right Price is that always ask the person who's selling stuff, they have other things. So I tried this idea and it actually didn't quite work so much, but what I did was I saved the seller. So what I found here, Sega Genesis and Sega CD combo. And you must be thinking to yourself, Kermit, you probably paid a pretty penny for it. Yes or no. Depends what you call a pretty penny. I probably paid something close to the lines of prices from 20 plus years ago. I got this set here for $20. No! You saw in the pictures that I'll show you the snapshots shortly. Now, Willie Beamish was inside. I didn't realize there was another disc inside, and it happened to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The condition of the disc, they're pretty good. There's some really mild scratches, probably more so on the Power Rangers and the Willie Beamish. These are 2 Sega CD games I don't own. One thing though, I've not tested the system as of yet. I didn't pick this up too long ago. And definitely going through cable management to test out stuff is something that takes a little more time and effort. So, but yeah, talking to the guy, he said like, yep, he just had this stuff lying around. His wife threw out some of the other stuff, like cords. He did not have cords. So he was like, okay, well, go ahead and he put it for $30 and it had been on OfferUp for like over a week. I'm like, this is incredible. I hadn't been on OfferUp in a while. And so I just saved the seller in case he put stuff up. I told him, hey, if there's anything that you have, let me know, message me before you put it up, because I'll probably buy it. He forgot to message me, but I took a look at random, and he had this for $30 with, it's actually a 2 games in 1. So it is Hot Wheels Velocity and Hot Wheels World Race. So, like the other game system, you know, it didn't have the cords. You didn't have the charger for this, and so I have chargers for my own Game Boy Advance SP, and I put mine to charge after a while, and take a look. Nice. At first, the cartridge didn't want to work, and so what I did was that I used a Q-tip with some 95% isopropyl alcohol, and I just started cleaning the contacts. And then I let it dry for a few seconds, put it in. I also blew out the contacts from inside the Game Boy Advance SP, so that way hopefully there wasn't any dust or debris that could be interfering with the contacts of the game cartridge. So yeah. Now, those of you curious, this is not an AGS 101. This is just, I think it's AGS 001. Let's see here. Yep, you can look up here, AGS 001. And my original system is actually an AGS 001. But you know what? For $30, it's 2 games. So 2 games in 1 cartridge and a system. I have spare chargers. I'm pretty happy with this pickup. All right, so what'd you think? Definitely, I think I really scored well. I know that some of the games you might be thinking, oh, why would you pick that PS2 game up or PSP game up for $1? But like I said, you know, for $1, I mean, you can get a lot of enjoyment from a $1 game. If you're not done so, definitely, I've picked up $1 games from GameStop, and these are games that have sold, you know, millions of copies on various systems. And this reason why they sell for so cheap is usually because they sold really well. So it's just simply market standards, so supply and demand usually works its way through. So I've seen classic games, masterpieces, things like Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3 at one time over at GameStop was only $1. So try and pick that up for $1, you're not going to find that anywhere. But definitely keep your eyes open, going to GameStop, going to thrift shops, you name it. There's deals out there, so I wish you well on your retro game hunting. And definitely, if you picked up some recent scores, go and post in the comments. I love to read what kind of deals you get. I love taking a look at other different sites, different YouTube channels, things like Chase After the Right Price, Phoenix Resale, because it's always nice to see people get, you know, good deals on things you're looking for. So hopefully you can do that for yourself, either increase your collection or just turn around and sell stuff online. Whatever works for you, just trade with friends, neighbors, coworkers. You never know. There's deals to be had. I wish you luck trying to find it. This is Kermit the Gaming Hermit. I'll catch you next time. Bye.